Hello, everyone, and welcome. I would like to welcome you to the series of Craft to Cash. And I would like to, first of all, thank you for the confidence that you have shown in me in signing up for this class or purchasing this series. And as well, I would like to congratulate you on making the commitment to change the paradigm of your life so that you are more in charge of where the finances in your life comes from. Because when you become self-employed, when you are taking your talents and turning them into dollars, you are more in charge of what it is that happens in your life. So I want to congratulate you on that. And I want to give you a couple of pointers on how you can get the most out of this series. The first thing that you have to look at with this series is that you have to give it 110%. And what that means is for 1 hour each week, when you come to this class, you set aside all the other things that may be on your agenda. So you turn off the phone, you make sure the kids are handled, and you put away the PDA, no texting, no nothing, because this time is time that you are putting aside for you to create your business. And multitasking, I am convinced, is highly overrated. If you spend the time doing exactly one thing, which is paying attention to your business, the business that you are about to create, then that time, that 1 hour, will pay off a million times for you. And part of that has to do with the fact that you're just focused, and so you're getting more done. But aside from that, when all of your attention goes toward one thing, the energy increases exponentially. So you will be even stronger in your creation of what it is that you're doing because all of your energy is going toward that. So I encourage you to place your attention 110% on this class when you're here. The second thing that will give you a bonus in taking this class, the thing that will help you to get the most from this seminar, is your speed of implementation. And this is not my terminology. I believe Eben Pagan, I can't remember his name, but I believe he was the one who first came up with that phrase. He coined that phrase, the speed of implementation. And basically what it means is when you get an idea, when you get a methodology for doing something, that you take advantage of it right then and you do it. You don't muddle it around in your head, talk yourself out of it. You take the steps and you do the work right then. Because when you do that, you are showing yourself and you're also showing the universe that you're serious about moving forward. When you step forward quickly in that manner, it may not work, absolutely, but you've made a step, and when you make that step, everything around you moves to support you in what it is that your decision has become. So I encourage you to step forward quickly. Don't dilly-dally, as my mother used to say. Don't waste your time thinking about it. Just step forward, take action. So the first thing is to give 110%. The second thing is to be speedy in your implementation of the information that you get here. The third thing that I want to encourage you to do is to discover your why. And we're going to go into that in the first class, the first series, first segment, the first module of the series of Craft to Cash. But I want you to be thinking about that even before we get into the seminar. I want you to look at why you're doing what you're doing, why you want to be turn your craft into cash. And your reasons could be whatever. It doesn't have to be something lofty, although the loftier it is, the more likely you are to do it. But you need to know what it is, whether it's that you want to set your own tone as far as how much money you make, or if it's that you'd like to be your own boss and spend more time with your family, or whether you'd like to spend more time with yourself, or whether you'd like to live in another country and be totally in charge of how your income flows, which all of these things you can do, and particularly the other country thing is absolutely possible if you are selling your product on the internet, which we will touch on. So find out what your why is so that when you start doing the process of creating your business and creating your product to sell, that when you hit a rough spot, you don't give up. If you know what your why is, you'll focus back in on your why instead of going, "Oh God, this is so hard. I don't know if I can do it." You'll just move through it. So I encourage you to focus on your why. Set a goal that is realistic for you. If the most money that you've made, even in your real job, was $30,000 a year, then don't set a goal for yourself of $100,000 a year the first year that you're selling your craft to cash. It's not realistic. Set something that you can wrap your head around. And we're going to go into that as well when we start talking about pricing the product and how you decide what it is that you're pricing and that kind of thing. And we will also really go into this in the conscious business class, but we will definitely hit on it enough for you to be real clear when we're doing the craft to cash class. So be very, very realistic in your goal setting so that you don't disappoint yourself. You can have a bigger problem with disappointment if you set your goal too high and then you don't make it than if you set it too low. Because if you set it too low, it's like, "Ah, it's a piece of cake, I did it." But you feel good. Where if you set it too high and you don't make it, it tends to hurt the self-esteem. So that is the other thing that I want you to take a look at. And last but not least, you have to have a mindset shift. You have to shift yourself from thinking of yourself as a employee to thinking of yourself as a business owner. And we touched on that in the introduction. We're going to talk about it more in the first part of the class. But think about that. Think about what it feels like to be an employee if you've been an employee in the past, and think about what it feels like to be a boss. And the other thing is to decide what it's going to feel like for you to be a boss, because maybe in the past your concept of boss was not that great, but your way of looking at it is what's going to determine your experience. So change the way you look at what it feels like to be a boss. Those are the basics. I want to welcome you. I am so pleased that you have decided to invest this time in yourself and to invest your confidence in me. And I think that our next few weeks together is going to be remarkable. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you in class. Aloha.